What's up everybody? Why Not here again, bringing you another video on the MK GTIs, because this revolves around every single MK GTI made. So the MK4, the MK5, the MK6, the MK7. What we're gonna go over in this video today is the top 5 best mods to do when you get your GTI. No matter the year or whatever it is, unless it's older, and I don't know anything else before an MK4, so don't ask me. This is for MK4 and up. So we're gonna go over the best mods to do first on your brand new GTI, new, used, whatever. If you haven't already noticed, this car right here kind of isn't like the rest, but that's okay. This gives you a little idea what you can do with a GTI. Yes, this is a GTI. This is a 2012 MK6 GTI Autobahn with beyond imaginable things done to it. But first, I want to start off by saying thank you so much for viewing this video. If you haven't already and you do like the content I'm putting out, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to be coming out with a bunch of stuff on the MK6 and beyond for GTIs and cars in general. Other than that, let's get right back into it. For the first mod that I personally would want you to do when you get the car is get a cold air intake. Why you get a cold air intake? Well, it's pretty easy. First, it looks cool when you pop your hood. Sticks out like this, nice and shiny. People go, whoa, shit, you've got stuff done to it. Yeah, I do. But not only does it look cool when you pop your hood, but it also does many things. First off, obviously, it gives you better airflow to your engine for the turbo and everything behind it. So you get better gas mileage, not too much, but it is there. So what you also get with this, and this is why I really want it to be your first one, is because it adds really cool noise to the engine and the car itself. You will hear it open up and suck the air in. So an air intake for this car specifically ranges between 200 used and about 600 to 800 brand new with all of the stuff you need for it, like the heat shield, the cone, the piping, all of that. So the next one is going to be a one of two things. You can do it two together or just by itself. And that will be after you get emissions, go ahead, take the downpipe, put a 3-inch downpipe on that turbo down to the exhaust, depending on what you want to do. And that's why I said it could be a 2-in-1 where you do downpipe and exhaust to a 2-inch or whatever you want to do it. So that leads it to it. The third would be an exhaust if you did it separately. And what I mean by exhaust, you want some noise out of this flat, boring car. So when you put in exhaust, I would recommend between a 2-inch, 2-inch and a 2.5, where you remove the cat and resonator. I personally leave the muffler to keep it a little bit more deeper toned, if that makes sense. It kind of takes out the raspy shatter and all that loud stuff when you get on it. But that's my opinion. You could take it all the way back, 2.5 inch if you want. If you're in California, try not to make it too loud or you get pulled over. That's what I would do third, in my opinion. Like I said, you can do these whichever way you want, but this is how I did it and I loved it that way. You can buy exhaust systems for between $600 to $2,000 depending on how much you want to spend. Like I said, mine is a center exit. It's not on the side like yours will be. Mine is the Gulf R center exit, so that has to be custom. And boy, does it sound good. The sound won't change really at all when you change where it is. So don't worry about that. Just get a 2.5 all the way through. I love it. So that's number 3. And then for the next one would be either a diverter valve or a blow-off valve. Diverter valve is for more power. So if you're going for power, definitely stay with a diverter valve. It's healthier for the turbo when you're slamming horsepower into it. Blow-off valve is definitely a show-off. You're going to show off that atmospheric noise from the turbo every time you let loose of the pedal, which is totally awesome, but it's not really for the power. So if you're going for power, diverter valve, you pick on that one. I have a diverter valve because I'm going to be going for more horsepower for sure. Number 5, for your 5th one, this one is, you kind of leave it last, mainly because it is for a stage 2 plus, which I mean, if you know what that is, that's way more power that you're getting out of the car, and that it will be a intercooler. I have an intercooler on it as well. I have a, I believe it is the not the RS3, the S3 intercooler. Why I leave that for last is if you're definitely going for stage 2, get it, because the spool time on a stage 1 for the turbo is so much slower. So I would leave the intercooler last for sure before you go ahead and do an upgraded turbo. To recap on everything that you want to do, not necessarily in order: air intake, downpipe, exhaust, diverter, blow-off valve, and then intercooler. Those are my top 5 recommendations to do first on your GTI that you got. If you like what I have. So my camera just died while doing the rest of that video. I just wanted to end the video with saying thank you so much for watching all the way through if you're seeing this. If so, please go ahead, give it a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I will see you guys on the next video.